Ancient Athens, a bustling city of philosophers, poets, and politicians. In the midst of this crowd, a figure emerged as enigmatic as he was wise. His name was Socrates. He sought not wealth or power, but something far more profound: truth. Socrates would wander through the crowded marketplace, engaging anyone and everyone in dialogue. He would question their beliefs, challenge their assumptions, and expose the limits of their knowledge. His relentless pursuit of wisdom both captivated and unsettled Athenian society. He left behind no written works, his teachings passed down through his students, most notably Plato. Yet his legacy looms large over Western thought, a testament to the power of critical thinking and the enduring quest for truth. Born into humble beginnings, Socrates began his life as a stonemason. He toiled under the Athenian sun, shaping stone with his hands, but his mind was never idle. Even as he worked, he pondered life's deeper questions. He craved knowledge, yearned for understanding. He devoured the works of poets and philosophers and engaged in lively debates with anyone willing to challenge his evolving worldview. He believed that true wisdom lay not in accumulating facts, but in questioning everything. Socrates' thirst for knowledge led him to abandon his craft. He dedicated himself to philosophy, becoming Athens' self-proclaimed gadfly. He roamed the city, engaging people from all walks of life in thought-provoking dialogues. Socrates' method of teaching was as unique and impactful as the man himself. He eschewed lectures and pronouncements, preferring to engage his students in a dynamic exchange of ideas. This method, known as the Socratic method, became a cornerstone of Western education. Through a carefully crafted series of questions, Socrates would lead his students on a journey of intellectual discovery. He would expose their faulty assumptions, challenge their biases, and guide them towards a deeper understanding of the subject matter. Socrates never provided definitive answers. His goal was not to impose his own views, but to empower his students to think critically and arrive at their own conclusions. The Socratic method was not about memorizing facts, but about cultivating a lifelong love of learning and a commitment to seeking truth. For Socrates, knowledge was not merely an intellectual pursuit, it was the key to living a virtuous life. He believed that true happiness stemmed not from material possessions or social status, but from cultivating one's soul through knowledge and wisdom. "The unexamined life is not worth living," he famously declared. Socrates identified four cardinal virtues essential for a good life: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. He argued that wisdom was paramount, the foundation upon which all other virtues rested. To know the good was to do the good. Ignorance, he contended, was the root of all evil. A gadfly in Athens. Socrates' relentless questioning and unconventional views did not endear him to everyone. He challenged the status quo, questioned the authority of powerful figures, and exposed the hypocrisy he saw in Athenian society. He became known as the gadfly of Athens, stinging the city's conscience with his sharp wit and unwavering commitment to truth. Some admired his courage and integrity. Others viewed him as a nuisance, a threat to their power and influence. Socrates' criticism spared no one, from wealthy merchants to prominent politicians. He saw it as his duty to challenge complacency, to expose hypocrisy, and to provoke his fellow citizens to examine their lives and beliefs. True wisdom, he believed, began with acknowledging one's own ignorance. The trial of Socrates. Accusations fly. Socrates' outspokenness and relentless questioning eventually led to his downfall. In 399 BC, at the age of 70, he was put on trial for impiety and corrupting the youth of Athens. His accusers, driven by a mix of political motivations and personal vendettas, painted him as a dangerous subversive, a corrupting influence on Athenian values and traditions. They alleged that he worshipped false gods and that his teachings encouraged young people to question authority. The charges against Socrates were serious, yet Socrates faced his accusers with the same calm demeanor and sharp intellect that had characterized his life. The trial took place in the heart of Athens, in a crowded courtroom packed with spectators eager to witness the fate of the city's most renowned philosopher. Socrates' defense. wisdom's last stand. Refusing legal representation, Socrates chose to defend himself. He delivered a powerful speech to the jury, arguing that he had dedicated his life to the pursuit of truth and the betterment of Athenian society. He countered the charges of impiety by arguing that his questioning of traditional beliefs stemmed from a deep reverence for the divine. He challenged the notion that he corrupted the youth, asserting that his teachings encouraged critical thinking and moral reasoning. But Socrates' defense fell on deaf ears. The jury, swayed by the accusations and perhaps fearful of his influence, found him guilty by a narrow margin. The hemlock, a martyr for truth. Facing the death penalty, Socrates was given the opportunity to propose an alternative punishment. He could choose exile, a common practice for those convicted of crimes against the state. But Socrates, true to his principles, refused to compromise his integrity. He declared that he would rather die than live a life devoid of philosophical inquiry. The court sentenced him to death by drinking hemlock, a potent poison. Socrates accepted his fate with stoic resignation. He spent his final days surrounded by his devoted students, engaging in philosophical discussions until his final breath. Socrates' legacy, an enduring light. Socrates left behind no written works, yet his ideas have reverberated through the centuries, shaping the course of Western thought. His teachings, preserved and interpreted by his students, most notably Plato, became foundational texts in philosophy. The Socratic method, with its emphasis on questioning, critical thinking, and self-examination, continues to be a cornerstone of education and intellectual inquiry. His unwavering commitment to truth, even in the face of death, continues to inspire thinkers, activists, and reformers throughout the ages. Socrates' life and death raise timeless questions about the nature of justice, the role of the individual in society, and the importance of intellectual freedom. His legacy serves as a potent reminder that the pursuit of truth and the questioning of authority are essential for a just and flourishing society. The Echoes of Socrates, a timeless message. The story of Socrates is not merely a tale from antiquity. It is a timeless message that transcends time and place. It is a call to live examined lives, to question our assumptions, and to speak truth to power. In an age of information overload and echo chambers, the Socratic method offers a powerful antidote to dogma and intellectual laziness. It reminds us that true knowledge comes not from blindly accepting received wisdom, but from engaging in critical thinking, asking hard questions, and being open to challenging our own beliefs. The life and death of Socrates serve as a poignant reminder that the pursuit of truth and justice often comes at a price. For in the words of the great philosopher himself, the unexamined life is not worth living.